all seriousness. That's funny.
Really? Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Podcastination podcast number 3. Today's subject is paranormal experiences. But first, how are we all doing today, gentlemen?
It's less hot.
The weather is nice. And for once, less smoky.
This has been War Chief semi-weekly weather forecast. Thank you for joining us.
And now, back to you, Kyle.
So you had a Taco Bell one today.
Oh God, yeah. So we went around. We had
Close
to
to the month shenanigans.
Yeah, bills to pay, groceries to pick up, friends to pay off, but you don't need to know about that. No, I'm just kidding. It was Herman. He gave us some money.
I know who it was. Who else did you borrow money from?
Yeah. So.
If it was from anyone else, I
let me
would've been
rephrase that.
surprised.
Who else does your grandfather borrow money from?
So anyway, when we went and paid him off, we took him down to Walmart down in Willows, and to get the new Mortal Kombat animated movie Battle of the Realms. They only had Blu-ray, wanted it on DVD, so we got Conjuring 3 instead. Went back home. I got the movie for myself, but you know. So yeah, all this running back and forth. We got tired. We didn't want to stop at a restaurant. So we decided to just take some shit home.
Yeah.
So we went to Taco Bell here in the hometown, and the Taco Bell here isn't exactly the fastest. Because,
I don't live by anything close, so when I go, I have to.
Yeah. What's worse, we went there during the dinner rush, where people bombard the drive-thru nonstop.
Oh, it's horrible. Like rush hour or dinner rush, it's horrible. They'll have lines backed up to the damn street.
Oh yeah, and I think this is like why it took so long, because they have to put double the manpower in doing the drive-through orders, rather than the in-store orders.
And you know what really bothers me?
What?
When stuff like that happens, people get shitty with them.
Yeah.
They're more than likely short-staffed because no one wants to fucking go to work. 2, you have all these people outside, more than likely taking orders from more than one person. You gotta think, there's 1 to 3 people making that food tops at a time.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that they're having an ingredient shortage as well.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Matter of fact, the Taco Bell I went to, they had a big old printed out piece of paper from the office printer taped to the freaking, the breath window, just, COVID, that stuff. The paper said that they were sold out of their nacho fries. So.
Oh, I would be heartbroken.
During the dinner rush.
Oh boy.
There was one guy that came in exclusively for nacho fries. He didn't even say a word. He walked in, saw the sign, turned his ass right back around, and walked right out. So, anyway, and it didn't help that we had a very large order. You figure we're feeding 5 people, so.
Yes. So, were you bummed about the nacho fries? I'm curious.
I was not. Oh, my uncle is the 5th person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I wasn't going to get nacho fries, to be honest. I just wanted. First I wanted the flatbread tacos, but like I said, they weren't advertised. Oh. Fucking, you want me to put this on pause while you hydrate?
No. It's good.
Okay.
Just keep going.
All right. So
I was just apologizing for the noise.
Oh yeah. So, this is what we ordered, right? This is the big ass order that we put in during dinner rush with a full drive-through. We went in and ordered. We didn't sit and drive-through because the order was too big.
Yeah.
So, here was our order. 3 crunch wraps, 1 just
Crunch
meat and
wraps are
cheese.
amazing.
They are amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 3 crunch wraps.
Breakfast or lunch or dinner. Sorry.
Yeah. 3 crunch wraps, 1 just meat and cheese. That's my grandmother. She is very sensitive to spice.
Wait a minute. Before you continue.
Yeah.
She is sensitive to spice, but she can eat sriracha?
She can eat sriracha.
Then why did you put it in the ice cream that one day?
To fuck with her.
What?
That's horrible.
I never heard that story.
Okay, so I'll sidetrack. My grandmother wanted a bowl of her pralines and cream ice cream. And as a little practical joke, when I finish making the bowl of ice cream, she eats a little tiny bowl. I put a small little droplet of sriracha on the very tippy tip of the spoon. And I gave it to her. She took a bite. And the next thing I heard was, "You little bastard!" I don't care. I freaking had a smile. I had a smile on my face, so.
This was like last year.
Yeah.
Why didn't you ever tell me about this?
Because I didn't think to tell you.
You're a fucking
Anyway.
ass, man.
So, yeah,
It happened while me and him were in a PlayStation party.
So yeah, back to the...
No, that's an idea for a podcast. PlayStation party moments.
Oh my god.
Oh, and by the way.
Yeah.
Orchio got something to say real quick before you continue the story, Kyle. I'm playing Fortnite on freaking PlayStation now. Just letting you know.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be distracting, I can already tell. Especially when, you know, it's time for your stories, but, you know. Anyway. So, back to the order. 3 Crunch Wraps, 4 Doritos Locos, Nacho, mind you.
I was just
I don't get the Doritos Locos Tacos anymore. I used to get them all the time when they first came out. But now that they have all this other good stuff, I'm like, yeah, I want this.
Oh, yeah. 5 Crunchy Tacos. 1 Burrito Supreme. Just beef, beans, and cheese. 1 regular Burrito Supreme. 3 beef chalupa tacos. And 2 5-layer burritos. Beef burritos.
Okay.
That was our
What
order.
was yours?
Mine was the chalupas and the 5 layers. Which I still have on me, so I still have them, so if you hear munching sounds, that's just me enjoying my tacos. Which I should have already finished 2 hours ago, but you know what? Anyway.
You know what's real hilarious?
I got
Both these dudes have freaking food like right next to wherever they're sitting or whatever. I'm the only one who doesn't have food around me. All I have around me is a water bottle.
I'm eating pasta.
Yeah.
Neat.
So
Chicken broccoli pasta.
Yeah. We said and 2 Baja Blasts because you cannot go into a Taco Bell without ordering a Baja Blast. It's a sin. It is a sin.
I can. It's called I have pop at home.
You dirty little heathen. Anyway.
It's called I have pop at home, and I'm not gonna spend the extra money when I have pop at home.
Bruh,
I'll have to agree with Kyle on this one, War Chief.
Bro, all I have is Diet Pepsi, bro.
Dude, I have wild cherry Pepsi at home. I could just open one of those.
I have wild cherry Diet Pepsi.
Do you not know how good wild cherry Pepsi goes at Taco Bell?
Yeah, because I'm drinking it right now. Have you gone deaf for the last 5 seconds?
Well, you said 2 Baja Blast.
Yeah, 1 for my grandmother, 1 for me. Which we ended up finishing waiting for the damn food. Anyway.
Okay, well then you have an excuse to. Okay.
Yeah, so...
Well, you see, when you buy things on your own...
Yeah.
You tend to make them little decisions, so I'm not going to get this because I need the money.
I understand that. But anyway.
Well,
so
that's understandable.
We make the order. We're sitting there. And that's when I noticed what I said earlier about double the manpower running the drive-thru than it is for people in store. Because they only had one person. One making the food for in-house. Everyone else was working drive-thru.
Understandable.
Also had to wait for them to thaw out the nacho cheese as well. But yeah, it ended up taking like 45 minutes just to get this order. So. And I ended up getting out with an extra burrito because no one wanted the regular burrito supreme. So.
Oh. Alright, so I went to Taco Bell recently, twice actually. The first time was because I had a craving. I really wanted to try the flatbread tacos. So I didn't know how did it. Hold on.
Use your words.
Excuse me. Anyway, I didn't know how much I would like the potato and beef one. So what I got was the loaded taco fries. I got the flatbread taco, nacho fries, and the crunch wrap with the Baja Blast.
Alright.
Now...
He's lying about the Baja Blast.
No, I got the Baja Blast that time. I ended up finishing the Baja Blast. I had a Faygo Cherry Coke. I ended up finishing that. And then I opened up a Cherry Pepsi all the time of eating this food. Well, the Faygo Cherry Coke was already half gone. And by the time I got home, the Baja was like half gone.
Alright.
Excuse me. Anyway. So, I go again the other day. Because there's other things I wanted to try. And I wanted to have that. Now, when I first had the chicken flatbread taco, there was a sauce on it. I didn't know what it was. I knew it was good.
1 second.
And I was talking to John about when I got...
I just want to add one thing. Taco Bell. Mind pumping the brakes on the sour cream on your chalupas, my boy? Jesus.
And I was talking to John about how good it was. And he was like, did you get it with avocado? Now, it didn't hit me at this moment in time. I'm like, they didn't even put avocado on mine. He's like, it's only good without the avocado. I'm like, okay, I won't get the avocado next time I get it. So I go and I say minus avocado. Keep in mind, on the screen, they say minus avocado. So you think they're putting actual avocado on it. Now, I got home and I bit into that taco and I'm like, something's fucking missing. It was the sauce because it was avocado with sauce. I'm like, I've been fucked over here. Someone told me avocado and I thought they actually meant avocado. It was the fucking sauce. I'm like, this taco isn't even good without the sauce. But what I got that time was the taco fries burrito, the loaded taco fries burrito, which is amazing.
Wow, that sounds good. I would have got that sounds like something I would get if there wasn't a fry shortage.
They don't put the fries in there. They call it taco fries because they put them spicy Fritos in there. I love the flaming hot Fritos they have. They're not even that hot, but they're good. Like, the heat gets masked by everything else that's going on with the Taco Bell food. Anyway, sorry if you hear chewing. Now that time I did get the potato and beef taco, the flatbread one. I was in heaven when I bit into that thing. I've never had Taco Bell potatoes until that day.
Excuse me.
Because I didn't think they'd be good because they're fucking Taco Bell potatoes.
Yeah, people are gonna hear a lot of fucking burping coming from me. Hi, how you doing? I'm fucking fat. How are you?
But everybody started losing their mind when they thought when Taco Bell pretty much took potatoes out of the menu. I'm like, damn, these things must be good. Now I gotta try them.
Now I'm interested.
Like, if people are genuinely flipping their shit about this, like, yeah, I got that. Like I said, I got the chicken flatbread and I got another crunch wrap. And this time I got 2 nacho fries.
Nice.
But I didn't get the Baja because I wasn't buying. Hold on, feel a sneeze coming.
Yep.
Never mind. Okay. Never mind then.
There it is.
Excuse me.
I was just waiting for it. I'm like, it's gonna go away. 3, 2, 1. I did that with my fingers, and then you sneeze.
Starting gun going off in 5.
Anyway, now the line for the Taco Bell extended all the way down to the street. They were on a shift change.
Oh God, I remember.
I'm guessing people in the line aren't smart enough to know this. Some fucking asshole rolls down his window, yells at the guy in front, "You holding up the fucking line? Come on!" honking his horn. The other guy, "Fuck you!" You didn't hear another peep out of that guy. You didn't, after he got told "fuck you," you didn't hear another peep out of him. He just sat in his car.
Like he was just so fucking flabbergasted. Like he actually spoke back. Oh God. Confrontation. I don't like it.
Or just saw the dude's face. He's like, "Oh shit!" Realizing how fast he could kick his ass.
I'm like, yeah. Please shut this asshole up. They're on a fucking shift change, and they're more than likely short-staffed.
Oh yeah.
Man, I don't even want to think about how tough it would be to work at an In-N-Out restaurant.
Oh God, In-N-Out. Okay, listen. We have an In-N-Out here, bro. Come the dinner rush, those cars are lined up. They bust into the Walmart parking lot, damn near.
Bitch, please, it's like that since lunchtime.
And you always have like how they do in freaking Dutch Brothers, where they have the person outside going car to car, like planning in orders so that they have like a laundry list of freaking orders to make inside. Oh God. I'm actually surprised that they're able to keep it like well oiled as they do. Like those cars move at a very consistent pace, and they somehow have the manpower to serve people inside as well while all that chaos is going on.
So special props to In-N-Out.
In other words, In-N-Out is a more functional Taco Bell. Anyway.
How dare you call it a Taco Bell?
Okay, so paranormal experiences.
Yes. Today's topic is experiences with spooky spookums that we've had in life. Who would like to kick this off first?
Well, I had a story, but now I can't find... Oh, alright. So, I have the bottle that goes along with this story in my hand here.
Oh, goodness.
Now, a couple days ago, I was walking in my hallway. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Anyway... Now, I'm not touching anything. I'm not touching anything. There's no possible way this bottle can fall. And it falls behind me. I pick it up. It says morphine sulfate. Now, the thing that caught my eye was morphine. When my grandma died, she was on a shit ton of fucking morphine. Because she had cancer. They were pumping morphine in her because she declined the treatment and all that. I'm like, call me crazy, but I feel like this is a fucking sign.
Boy. Grandma trying to tell you something.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I really don't like that sign. Those signs are not good.
Grandma's like within 12 days time. No.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
7 days.
But anyway.
No. Like it says, morphine's like, Grandma, is that you? You turn the bottle more, and it says prescription due to be refilled every 7 days on the bottle. Oh God. All right.
Didn't you say you had a couple, Noble?
Yeah. One is personal. The other is from a cousin of mine. But I feel like we've been talking a lot. So how about we give the next one to Jason? I'll go after.
Yeah, we can do that.
Assuming you can pause the damn game long enough.
I'm not even playing a game right now.
Oh, good.
Like, literally, I'm only on the Discord screen.
Good.
I only told War Chief earlier that I play Fortnite on PS4 now because I finally got it to work.
Awesome. So the floor is yours, sir. The floor is yours, sir. Feel free.
Okay. Kyle already knows this one because in a way, I kind of told him about it. Well, not exactly. I told him, like, a little bit of the gist of it. But anyways,
I have no damn idea.
Well,
go for it.
Well, truth be told, like, I forgot what Kyle called it. Fuck.
Oh, sleep paralysis. My boy had sleep paralysis.
Which and you're not gonna believe what happened. It was so freaking scary. Like, I thought I was awake. Because I was in my room, my lights were off. It was just dark in my room. Okay. Yeah.
So, Jason, sleep paralysis is where you're kind of like in between being awake and REM sleep. So, think of it sort of like because you have your eyes are open and you have full view of your room, but while that's going on, your REM sleep side of your brain is going through a dream at that point, and it's sort of like they're splicing together in a way. But like that's the rational way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is that you're having sort of like an out-of-body experience, and you can actually see bits of the afterlife. So, feel free to share what happened next.
What happened next scared the shit out of me, because, like, at first, everything was normal, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But the moment I tried to sit up, because I felt like I wasn't going to get any sleep, boom, that's when it happened. Suddenly, my room, I couldn't move. Mind you, I was still laying down and I couldn't get up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why the hell can I move? Can I not move? And suddenly, my room caught on fire. Ooh. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I couldn't move. I started screaming for help. I'm like, someone help my ass, damn it. Or something like that. I was just freaking out because I saw the fire slowly going towards my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I was so freaking scared. I'm like, no, this is not how I'm going to go. I am not going to be a burnt crisp. I do not want to slowly burn like that. Like, that's one of my biggest fears. Seriously, I will accept drowning way before I burn.
You afraid of getting Krugered out this bitch?
Yeah, but like,
no.
What's crazy is like I could feel like whenever I think about it, even to this day, whenever I think about it, like when the fire was getting closer to me, I could actually feel the heat radiating off of it.
Yeah, that's
like you know how you're next to a fireplace. How did you end
up waking up?
Hold on, I'm getting there. Like, I want you guys to picture this real quick.
Yeah.
You know how you're next to a fireplace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the closer you are to the fire, you feel the heat radiating off you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even from a distance. Yeah. That's how it felt. Like but it felt a lot harder because it was actually fire. And straight towards me. I am freaking out at that point. I don't even know how I woke up from that. Because out of nowhere, just like... I just kept trying to get up, like... Basically, like... trying to do a sit-up kind of deal. Like, not move my hands, just try and push my body up. Then out of nowhere, I'm like... I screamed, waking up. I'm like, ah! And then I was awake. My room was fine. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Oh, yeah.
I was freaking out. Like, seriously, if I knew you at the time, I would have called your ass and be like, am I tripping?
No, you're not.
Oh yeah, that's my first story.
Well, you just.
You have more than one?
Well, you just call up like, man, I had the craziest dream. It's like, yeah, I had the craziest dream too. I dreamt I lit your room on fire.
Oh, come on. You don't do that.
If you would have pulled a stunt that I have a dream like that, I'd go over to you right now and kick your ass. Because that wasn't funny. That scared the shit out of me. Seriously, that scared me more than Pennywise for a change.
Well, yeah, because you actually thought you were about to freaking... You thought you were gonna lose a life right there.
Different when you think you're about to die.
Yeah, you thought you were about to see Jesus.
Yeah, my whole life flashed before my eyes and I wasn't even in it.
So, okay, that was Jason's. I guess it's my turn now.
Yeah, go with the personal one first.
Alright. So, I believe I've shared this story. I don't know if I shared it with Jason, but I believe I shared it with you, War Chief. This isn't so much a paranormal experience, more of an unexplained experience.
Okay.
So, I was on a different Disney trip. This was like 3 years ago, I think. And I'm fat. Oh my god. So we went to Denny's for, I think it was either breakfast or dinner. I think it was dinner. And when we got our table, I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. I use the stall next to the handicap stall. You know?
Uh-huh.
I go in, I start, doing my business, Then all of a sudden, I hear, like, this weird, sort of like, sort of like groaning sound coming from the next stall over, Like, sound like a freaking, I'm like, Jesus Christ. My boy giving... I was like, my boy giving birth in the next stall. What the freak?
Nah, that's somebody nutting in that stall.
Boy having one hell of a kidney stone.
Somebody nutting in that damn stall.
Hey, Kyle, remember from Austin Powers? Jesus Christ, boy, what'd you eat?
So...
Somebody is nutting in that stall.
Yeah. He's like, freaking flippers begging for fish in the next stall over. So, freaking, I'm sitting there, and you know how, because there's a light above the handicap stall on the ceiling, and
okay.
Usually you would see. Oh, crap! Hold on. Phone call. 1 minute.
Oh wait, no, that's the wrong music. Da, 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 da.
Small intermission. I'll be right back.
All right.
Gotta go move some sodas off of a thing into the back of the house. So I'll be right back.
Well, okay, this is unexpected.
But hey, War Chief.
What?
Just let you know, I have more than one story.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Will you go move the damn pot?
Yeah, I want to hear the rest of the story.
This man over here really wasting time he could be taking to move that pot. Just to talk about the damn Spanish. If you don't.
I have at least 2 more stories, actually.
I have 6 more.
And I'm not gonna lie, 2 out of the 3 of them really freaked me out. One of them not as much, but it was spooky.
I have quite a bit. Most of them are personal. In fact, all of them are personal, pretty much.
Like it happened to you yourself, kind of way.
I've been in I don't know why.
Actually,
I've been in contact with that other side a lot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like, I can remember at least 8 or 7 experiences.
Wow.
They will all be discussed tonight.
Yeah. I have, like, one that I'm going to discuss tonight that took place when I was in elementary school, and it really freaked me out.
I have one. Actually, I'm gonna pick up with mine where Nova leaves off with his, because mine is also related to a bathroom. Okay. Where is my cap to my water bottle?
I stole it.
Yeah, well, you ain't even here.
Are you sure about that? I'm probably hiding in your closet.
Oh yeah, I would know.
Yeah, you're right. I'm kidding. I'm not there.
You really think if you were in my closet, you ass wouldn't be able to refrain from giggling for. You would not be able to refrain from giggling for a fucking second. Oh, he don't know I'm in here.
Nah, last a minute.
No, you wouldn't even last 5 seconds. You'd be like, he doesn't know I'm in here.
No, truth be told, in my mind, like, if someone else in the room with you, I'd be like, fuck, which one's him? I need to wait for his voice.
Oh, that other voice you'd be hearing is my dog ripping your leg off.
Yeah, first voice of the room is mine screaming.
My neighbors, what the hell is that?
You? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. In a minute. Well, this is the most inopportune time for this to be happening.
What?
I'm back.
Him moving. Okay, thank God.
So if you hear dogs
Excuse me, I have to
barking, that's
take a
because my
shit.
grandmother's coming back in. So.
Excuse me, guys, I have to go take
now
a shit.
continue with your story,
Just
Mr.
kidding.
In the stall.
So there's like a light. There's like a light above the handicap stall.
Yeah.
With that light there, usually you'd be able to see a shadow of the person, in the next stall over, in that stall. There was no shadow. None. No shadow whatsoever. So that's a bit, off for me. But I'm like, okay, maybe it's just maybe it's like it's the handicap stall, so maybe it's just someone who, to put in a respectable sense, lost some parts of themselves, if you will, and is currently in the bathroom. And because there's less of him, there's no shadow. Because your brain always goes to like a rational way of thinking when it comes to.
Yeah.
So I finish my business. I flush, and as soon as I flush, the whole bathroom goes silent. I'm like, I open the stall door, and when I turn around to close it, I can see, like, the bottom of the toilet in the other way. There's no legs. Like, sitting next to the stall, there's no wheelchair in there from what I can see when I was walking in. So I'm like, what the fuck? Because there are no signs that there's a person in there other than the, sloth from the Goonies having a freaking good time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's weird. I close the door to the stall. I start washing my hands. That's when I fucking hear it again. I'm like, wow. Okay, and at that point I'm like, okay, now it's starting to make sense. Whoever's in there, they're taking care of some business, all right, but it ain't the business that it's made for. They heard us, so well, I guess that someone was in there, enjoying the alone time. Wink. And as soon as they heard that toilet flush, they probably froze like, oh shit, there's someone in the other stall. Oh fuck. Oh no. I have not been quiet.
Oh no.
And like, I guess when he heard like the stall door close, he must have been like, okay, he's gone. And I wash my hands, I leave, and I sit down, and we're at a table that faces the bathroom, and I have the seat facing the bathroom. I was like, I'm gonna catch this motherfucker. So I sit there, and I'm looking dead at the bathroom, like the bathroom entryway door the entire time. You know? And I'm just staring, just waiting to see someone come out. No one came out. I've seen people go in, and the same people going in, coming out, but I haven't seen a freaking person that I didn't see walk in, walk out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So after we're done eating, again, eyes never left that bathroom. After we're done eating, I see this gentleman walk into the bathroom. I'm like, okay, when we're paying the bill, I have to ask. So the guy comes out and is like, hey, you didn't happen to hear any weird sounds coming from the bathroom, like the handicapped stall, did you? He's like, well, no, there was no one in that stall. I'm like, really? Yeah, matter of fact, I just used that stall. There's no sign of anyone in there. There's no one in there. I'm just like, oh my god. Either I'm tripping, or that had to be the horniest fucking ghost anyone's ever heard.
The ghost of the bathroom stall.
There once was a man named Travis Miller. One night he goes to the Denny's bathroom and never returned.
I have a story that involves bathrooms.
Okay.
I was in elementary school.
What was that?
What?
What was that, War Chief?
I was in elementary school, and I was using the bathroom. I go to wash my hands, and I look over. There's a hooded figure coming out of the wall directly fucking towards me. I book it out of that fucking bathroom. Don't even wash my hands. Later, I find out that same hooded figure
was a local pedophile.
Has been captured in photos taken by my father at other places around the fucking state.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking? Wait, are we talking like Insidious 2, where like it gets closer and closer in every photograph? Or...
No, I'm not done. When I was younger, there was a picture taken of me on Christmas Day.
This motherfucker outside the window.
Behind me, in the wall, that same hooded figure.
Oh my god.
With someone who had the face of what my dad called the Virgin Mary. I made one connection. My dead brother.
Oh boy.
Because when he was a baby, he died when he was a baby, but they had this thing that was like a hood that they used to put over his head.
Jesus.
Well, like a baby blanket type thing.
Just looking at you on Christmas Day like lucky bastard.
I don't want to laugh at that, but...
I'm trying not to laugh at that.
I'm sorry, that was dark, but damn it, the opportunity was too good. But yeah, no, that's eerie. That is fucking eerie.
I don't know if Jason's ready to tell his now.
I am.
Alright, go ahead.
If you want to tell one more story, you can.
Alright, there's another one that happened in this house. So, one of my family friends died. And I didn't know about it. That same day I wake up to hearing a breathing behind me. Now, when my bed is positioned, no one can possibly stand on that side. There's no way for you to stand on that side that I heard the breathing.
Buh.
And I go upstairs and my dad goes, "Hey, your Uncle Cisco just died."
Time to move. Time to move.
And I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah. We called him Uncle Cisco. He's a family friend. He wasn't really my uncle. I'm like, I just got woke up to a fucking breathing.
Ugh.
And you tell me this?
You couldn't tell me this.
I know who
at
it
a
was.
worse time.
I know who it was. I know who it fucking was.
So you're like, oh shit, you just open up your doors like, bye, Uncle Cisco, bye. Bye. Thanks for checking in to say goodbye later. Sayonara.
I'll stop trying to make me laugh with those dark jokes, man.
Now you go ahead, Jason. Unless you want me to tell another one.
I could go one. I could tell one with my cousin. If you.
No, I'm gonna go now because if Kyle tells one more dark joke, I might end up laughing at it. I'm trying so hard not to laugh at that last one. Oh.
No. He just ascends into heaven, and when he gets to heaven, he's like, I already know what I want to do. 5 minutes later, walks up to Jimmy Hoffa. Ha! Walks off. Couldn't help it. All right, go ahead, Jason.
Okay, I want to tell you guys the first time I've ever experienced something paranormal.
Okay.
The first time ever. It was when I was in Fairview Elementary. Like, I was just having a bad day that day. So, I asked my teacher at the time if I could go sit outside at the bench, to calm myself down, because I was arguing with a student. And if I don't do that, they allowed me to do that because they understood me. If I didn't do that, I was gonna end up punching the fucking dude.
It's like, if we don't get this boy some air, he's gonna be throwing some hands, and then we're gonna get fucking sued because we didn't do anything to stop it. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, back then, well, even now, actually, I kind of have a temper problem, so...
Oh, we're aware.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways.
There it is.
Alright, sorry to...
I fucking hate you, War Chief.
Go on.
I fucking hate you.
Alright, go on.
For a moment it said shut the fuck up, I knew War Chief was gonna say some shit like that.
Alright, go ahead with your story.
Okay, anyways. Like, my mind was just, like, in such a rage. Like, do you ever get, like, so mad, like, your head feels a little hot?
Hi, hi, my name's Kyle. Glad to meet you. Because clearly you don't know jack shit about me. Bro, I almost threw hands playing Smash Brothers. You come on.
What was I thinking? You got all pissed when I kick your ass in CTR. Well, right, anyways, I was just feeling that way, and I was laying down on the bench, like facing the other way with my eyes closed, like facing toward the bench wall, the wall part of the bench.
Reaching
obviously,
zen,
my eyes are closed.
Reaching tranquility over here.
No, straight up, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, obtaining some peace.
Yeah, just trying to calm my nerves, taking slow deep breaths, and out of nowhere, I hear, Jason, turn around. I turn around, no one's there. I'm like, the fuck?
It is so
First
hard.
time I ever swear to school.
It's so hard not to make a heavy rain joke.
Hold on.
Yep, like, proceed.
I turned back around. Well, I didn't turn back around. I just closed my eyes again. I sat up, just sitting down now. Put my hands on my face. Took a few more deep breaths. I was about ready to get up and go back to class, because I was calm enough. Then I hear it again. Jason. I open my eyes. No one's fucking there. Then I go back to my class, and I went straight to my teacher because I could have sworn it sounded just like my teacher. I'm like, I whispered to him, are you screwing with me? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I keep hearing your voice from outside. As if you're right next to me. By the time I look around, you are freaking gone. He's like, Jason, I've been in here the entire time. It was not me. I'm like, in my mind, what the hell? I go back outside for a split second. I'm checking my whole surroundings, making sure like I didn't miss crap. No one was there. I'm like, am I hearing shit? What the heck? It just had me so confused.
Yeah, weird, ain't it? First paranormal experience.
Yeah, like I wasn't freaking out like I do these days, but that was the first one ever. I was just so confused. I'm like, what the heck? I could have sworn it was my teacher.
So, a couple things. First being, I just imagine like you always like I need a breather, and it's like, oh, what's that? You need a breather? Okay, sure. Just go out in the hall, take a deep breath. Okay. You leave. Turns to the rest of the class. Okay, watch this shit. Gets up and walks to the door. Oh god. Second thing. You said that all you could hear was your name being said, and that just reminded me of Heavy Rain when the main character...
I haven't played it.
Where the main character loses sight of his son at the opening of the game, and there's a
button...
I
know that part. Okay.
There's a button called the Jason button, because that's the name of his son. And you can just spam that button, and he just goes, Jason! 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 You can just spam it, and just...
You mentioned that before.
Full disclosure, everyone. Full disclosure. I swear I'm not making this story up. It's completely true. I did not get that from a game. I never even heard that game.
Oh yeah, no. We know it's genuine.
This game didn't come out when you were in elementary school.
It wasn't. No.
Yeah, because I was only in elementary school when this happened. Like, I just wanted to let everyone know right now I really am telling the truth. It tripped me out, but I wasn't freaking out.
Oh yeah.
Freaking.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now you said you had one from your cousin, Nova?
Yeah, so I used to like hang out with my cousins on the weekends a lot of times during like preschool and like first, second, third grade and stuff like that. Before we moved to Arbuckle for my fourth year of school.
Okay.
And my cousin, who I'm not going to say name because, he one day when I was there, he brought up like I can already tell that he had something off about him as soon as I as soon as I was dropped off. And I was like, "Hey, like, you okay? Like, you look perturbed, if you will." And of course, like, freaking little 6-7-year-old me wouldn't know that, but just saying. But he's like, I need to show you something, and he freaking
just like that, like, I need to show you something.
Yeah, goes to his mother, comes back, and he also goes like, these are the two old people that lived here before we moved in. It's like, oh, what happened to them? They died! No. Oh, God, Warship, you understand that joke?
Yeah.
But no, it was an old folk couple that did die in that house. It's like, and he's like, he told me that the night before I showed up, he was in bed, and there was like, he was in bed and he was like tossing and turning, he was still in the realm between sleep and awake,
Yeah.
And he opened his eyes for a split second, and he just saw this, like, old lady with, like, this baggy face just standing in the corner of his room. Not a relative. No one he fucking knew. And the old lady is just staring off, like, burning a hole in the wall with her fucking eyes. Just staring. Unmoving. And I guess he let out, like a little tired sigh when he, like when you lean forward to get like a better view, you know? The old lady, without moving her torso or legs, just slowly turned her head and just went shh, and then just vanished. I'm just looking at him like, okay, one, you're probably fucking with me, or two, it's time for you to fucking move, because you ain't gonna get any goddamn sleep in this house if this is what's going to be happening on a nightly basis.
So the old lady told him to be quiet?
Yeah, it just turned, shushed, and then vanished like the freaking library ghost in Ghostbusters. Just shushed with an unblinking, saggy old lady face and just out of existence.
Don't tell nobody I'm here. My husband doesn't allow me to eat crackers.
But yeah, I just think about that every now and again. It's like, my cousin might have seen an actual ghost, an apparition, and I'm sitting there like, I don't know whether to count that lucky, because the odds of actually seeing an apparition is very low.
Slim to none.
Or be like, or call him like rudely freaking lucky, because how come I didn't get to see a fucking ghost? You know?
Ghosts only appear when they want you to see them.
Yeah.
Now, I have this thing that's relatable to that.
Okay.
It's not personal, but my neighbors that I grew up with, I was talking to the grandma about ghosts, stuff like that. She said that when they were little, they were scared to go upstairs because there was a mean lady up there.
Mm-hmm.
You know who the mean lady was?
Hmm.
My neighbor's mother.
Buh.
Yeah. Her parents haunt the house.
Hmm.
Now, on a personal note, after my first dog died, you know, I call my dad, my dad's the one that found her, cause what happened was, I laid her down, and I believe I watched her die, but it didn't register that she was dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but no, he came in because we were talking about taking her to get put down. And he's like, oh, she's dead. And I'm like, that's weird, because around 11 o'clock I laid her down and she, it looked like maybe she had died then.
Mm-hmm.
And almost like she waited for me to wake up before she went. And he was like, that's funny, because I seen something, a black figure in the shape of a dog run past around that time. And then, you know what happens after she gets cremated?
What?
Look up in the sky, there's a cloud in the shape of her fucking head.
Who?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
A few days later, my dog is laying down. There are no other, my two dogs actually, this is when the other one is still alive too. They're both laying down. I hear the steppies of paws and food rummaging around in the dog bowl. I go out there, nothing.
Buh.
Wow.
Couple days later, My dogs are not on my bed. They were off doing whatever it is that they were doing. I feel something jump up on top of my bed. But like the feeling you get when a dog jumps on your bed. Nothing was there. Nothing at all.
Wow.
I've had more occurrences in this house than my last one.
Wow, that's
The last
trippy.
one in my house I remember. I was watching Family Guy and I was sneaking one of my sister's pops because she lived with us at the time. And out of the corner of my eye I see a shadow run past my room. No one else was awake in the house.
So, you two are probably going to be mad.
Why?
Why?
I have to go again.
How long?
I have to help lift a chair into the back of a truck.
Are we gonna have to cancel the podcast?
No. It shouldn't take too long. From what I gather, it's in the backyard, I believe.
Well, it's gonna be my turn next anyway.
Alright. You know, you two can continue. Jason can tell me about it later, I guess.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll be back in a bit.
I feel bad, like, how I didn't hear the story. But, like, this actually happened a few months ago.
Okay.
Like, one of the most recent ones. It was, like, maybe 6 months ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, it was 8 months ago, I think. Yeah, it was in 2020, for sure.
6 to 8 months. Okay, got it.
Yeah, around there. But, like, me and my friend, we were hired to cut some wood out of this orchard, right?
Uh-huh.
We drove into the orchard looking for the owner, you know? Because he said he'd be at the orchard.
Yeah.
And he gave us, like, the far right side of the orchard, you know, like, the first 3 rows the first 3 rows of that side belong to us. All that wood.
Okay.
Like, when we went to, like, the middle one of the 3 that we owned,
Mm-hmm.
on the road, we saw a freaking shape of a human. Like, seriously, it looks so real. It was the shape of a human, I swear. Both my friend and I could have sworn we saw someone there. But since it was raining recently, we didn't want to drive inside the grassy area, you know? Well, it was mud. We didn't want to go into the freaking thing and get stuck.
Yeah.
So we went around the orchard and came back to it. And guess what? There's nothing there. I'm like, what the fuck? My friend looked at me, he's like, tell me I'm not crazy, but I could have sworn someone was there. I'm like, oh, thank goodness, because I thought I was the only one who saw that. And here's the deal. For the next 3 days, we were at that... Well, for the first 3 days, we were at that orchard. Every morning, we'd see that figure. But by the time we get close to it, it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this a sacred ground or what? I was really suspicious of that.
Now,
like, it was somewhere in the country.
Yeah. Now...
So...
Oh.
Like, hold on. Just real quick.
Who owned the orchard? Did somebody own the orchard? Did any previous owners, do you know anything about it?
Well, I know the owner of the orchard, but from what I heard, I don't think it's a sacred. Well, from what he told me,
like
if one
previous
asked him, he said
owners,
no.
like people dying on the property, things like that.
No, I know nothing about it.
Oh, okay.
But still, it freaked me out. And I'm glad I wasn't the only one seeing it, because at that point, I'm like, oh no, not again. because, like, right when I saw the fact that couldn't see the figure anymore, I'm like, and realized that no one was there, I'm like, oh my gosh. I had the flashback of, like, when I had that dream sequence thing, whatever Kyle calls it. I had a flashback of that, I'm like, yeah, sleep paralysis. I'm like, oh my gosh, is shit like this happening to me again? Am I seeing shit? Because first I was hearing shit, then I was visually feeling like a virtual reality thing happening to me, then I'm seeing shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I do my best to avoid trying to contact with ghosts and everything like that. I'm like, what the heck? Sometimes I feel like I can see, hear, and sometimes dream things that aren't even there.
Yeah.
Like, I understand people don't want to believe me. I completely understand.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people do believe in this stuff, but a lot of people also don't.
Yeah. But I know what I saw. And I heard. And I seen.
Like,
Wait, I already said saw.
I'm gonna save one of mine for when Nova gets back.
Okay.
But there was oh, I should save that one too. Yeah, I'm gonna save that one too, cause I want Nova to hear that one.
How about I'll finish off my last story?
Okay, yeah.
Like, I have one more story to tell. And it goes like this. This happened just a month ago. It happened to both me and my mother within a span of 24 hours.
Okay.
We're both like, what the fuck, during the end of it. Because, like, out of nowhere, it was late at... Well, sorry to begin it like that. Let me rephrase. It was like...
late at night, not at all.
Late at night. Yeah. Late at night, I'm just laying in bed. And out of nowhere, like, my door was open, you know, because... Well, here's the deal about me. I usually can't sleep with my door closed, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, with my door open. You know, because I like my privacy. Well, I was too lazy that night to close the door. And boy, did I regret that! Because next thing I know, I could have sworn I saw my mother looking at me from the edge of my room, looking from my doorway. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? It wasn't your
mother, was it?
Hold on, let me get to that. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? Could you please stop staring at me like that? It's starting to creep me out. You know, because I don't like getting stared at too much. I'm one of those people, like, just stare at me for no reason. It's kind of piss me off. So, out of nowhere, I already knew someone was... Well, almost immediately I knew someone was up. That's what I was trying to say. Because usually, my mom would respond. Like, she never, ever, and I mean ever, never, never, ever gives me a silent treatment. Ever. Literally, when I'm being asked, she's like, shut up. Or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I already knew someone was up. So, I sat up from my bed. Turned to look at my window for a second, then looked back and she was gone. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, because I was shaking my head, you know, because
I
was wiping the drowsiness off my face.
You were trying to process what you just saw.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what? I don't know where I went out to my room. I mean, I left my room. I went to the living room, and my mom was sleeping on her furniture. I'm like, okay, this is not right. Because my mom is a bad actor. So I already knew she was really sleeping. Especially on the way she snores. Anyways. I already knew something was up. I'm like, what the heck? Because, seriously, it wasn't no black shadowy figure this time. I actually saw my mom in physical form standing up looking at me. So when I saw my mom sleeping, I'm like, oh no, that can't be a good sign. I got a little scared at that point. I'm like, oh, please don't tell me this is a bad sign. But then, 24 hours later, the same thing happened to my mom. Ready to hear it? Like, I was in my room, like, playing video. I think I was watching YouTube. I forgot what I was watching, but that part doesn't really matter. Here's the deal. Out of nowhere, I heard my mom scream. I immediately left the room like, Mom, what's going on? Like, I have this keychain that has like a chain thing like that usually goes attached to a wall, but I just made it into a keychain instead. I had it in my hand like, I'm ready to strangle any motherfucker who tries to hurt my mom. I'm like, Mom, what's going on? She's like, she looks at me with such fear in her eyes that I'd never ever seen before. I'm like, in my mind, I already knew what happened before she even told me. I'm like, even before she asked me the question, I already knew what happened. She's like, how the hell are you right there? She saw me staring at her when she was in her room. I don't know what she was doing, but I don't know if she looks at the doorway, sees me. She looks away for, she's like, hey son, turns away for a split second, but then turns back and saw I was gone. Or, I can't exactly remember the freaking... I think I missed a valid point.
I think you did.
Yeah, I kind of made it confusing. I'm sorry. Oh wait, I messed up the time of when she screamed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can I fix my story, please?
Yeah.
I remembered it wrong. Here's what really happened. Like, I was watching YouTube, and I don't know where I went to go grab a water from. Go grab a water, because I was thirsty. I don't know, when I left my room, opened the door. My mom heard me open the door. She went out to the hallway and looked at me. She's like, what the fuck? She wasn't really scared. She just said, what the fuck? I'm like, what? She's like, how are you right there? You were just over here. I'm like, oh boy. So yeah. Man. It kind of freaks me out every time I think about it, truth be told.
So you said this happened like 8 months ago?
This happened a few weeks ago. 8 months ago was the orchard story.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. That's funny, because, I subscribe to a few channels that do horror stories, and it was this married couple, and the girl kept seeing her fiance or whatever. Whenever he was at work, she would see him in the house. And he eventually saw it, and he was basically looking at himself dead.
Oh, wow. Hey, I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the story of an old couple who got burned alive in their house?
You're gonna need to be more specific.
Well, I'm not sure if this is a true story or not. I read about it somewhere at school, I think. It was I think it was like a class assignment. It was a written story by someone I don't know. So I don't know if it's a true story or not. Like, there was this married couple, right? A young married couple.
Mm-hmm.
They had nowhere to stay. And they were at a restaurant and they met this really, really sweet old couple who offered them to stay with them for the night. They're like,
holy shit!
That is so
Hold
sweet
on.
of you. What?
I just remembered a great folklore story I can tell you, and over. But go on, continue.
Well, the old couple were really sweet and let them stay for the night. But like during the night, they said we're gonna have to leave very early in the morning. We're gonna leave you a check because you guys have been way too kind. They're like, oh, we don't need the money. What use do we have for it? Then the next day, the young wife leaves a check on the table. Then they go to a rest. Then they went to another restaurant that was out of town. And they described to the waiter like how nice the old couple were. I don't know where the waiter looked at them confused. He was like, "Where did this old couple live?" When they told him, his eyes popped open. He's like, are you sure this is the right address? Because that house burnt down years ago. The old couple who lived there died." So out of curiosity, well, the young couple was confused, so they went back to that address, and sure enough, that house they stayed at was burnt nearly to the ground. And there was a burnt wooden table with a fresh check on it.
Well, they envisioned it as not burnt.
That was the only thing that was not burnt in that area. That check. That proved that they were
but
really
when
there.
They were there, they envisioned it as a not burnt house.
Yes, and the old people were alive. When I read that story, I'm like, oh my gosh, that'd be trippy shit. Have you heard that story before? Oh.
There's another folklore story I can tell you before Nova gets back.
Okay, let's hear it.
There's a ghost. Hold on. There's a ghost in the state that runs cars off the road and kills people.
Wow.
Legend has it that this lady, don't remember her name, but my Uncle Bruce is telling me about it because I seen it in the book and I was asking about it. He told me. Well, I don't remember where he said it was, but he's like, yeah, this lady got run off the road by somebody, and now her ghost. Anybody that goes by that road at a certain time or something like that, they get run off the road by that lady.
Whoa. That's trippy.
It was in a book called Weird Michigan that my friend had. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Hey, have you read this Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books?
Yeah, I read the first one.
I read all 3 of them. And you know what was the one that tripped me out the most? The story of the girl on the bus stop. Have you heard that one?
I don't think so.
Would you like to hear it?
This is the book. I can tell you that this is the cover of the book right here. It's a whole series. They have like books on every state. I'm gonna send you a picture of the book cover.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna send it in general. And when you open the book, the lady's on the first page.
Wow.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I was gonna ask you if you wanted to hear the story of the lady in the bus stop.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Is
this
in
was
California?
trippy. It was in a book I read.
Oh, okay.
Scary Stories. It was either Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark 2 or 3.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
It was in the second one or the third one. I don't know. I knew it wasn't in the first one, that's for sure. Well, I could be wrong. It's been a while since I read any of those books, truth be told. But, like, here's the deal. There was this young man, like, maybe around 16. It was like a real rainy night. He goes to the bus stop and sits down. Then out of nowhere, a girl walks by to him and just sits next to him. You know, she has no umbrella, no nothing, and he has an umbrella, right? So he offered to share the umbrellas with her, and she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet of you." So as time passes, they kind of fell in love in a way. I'm not really good on details of like how they met and everything like that. But anyways, here's how the story plays out basically. Like, they would always meet at the bus stop. Every time they would meet, they would go on dates and everything like that. But then one day, well, crap, I missed something. Hold on. Like, one day she tells him where she lives, you know, in case she doesn't show up on a bus stop one day. Because sure enough, the very next time he tries to meet her at the bus stop, she's not there. So he goes over to the house, knocks on the door. He's like, I forgot what her name was, so I'll just say he said, "Is she here?" The mother's like, that's my daughter, and she got hit by a bus 5 years ago. Yeah, he's been dating a ghost.
Yeah. That's a common occurrence for storybook type things.
Yeah.
So how long is it gonna take this man to move his couch?
Let's see. There's him, assuming his dad and uncle, because we know very damn well that his grandfather ain't helping. And you know what's funny? I got plenty. Actually, I'm not gonna mention in the podcast. I'm gonna wait till after. It should be any time now.
Huh?
It should be any time.
Oh, okay. Do you know any California urban legends?
I haven't really read much urban legends, truth be told.
Well, that is upsetting.
Why is that?
Well, Nova said that we could talk about like folklore and stuff. And that would have honestly kept the conversation going while he was gone.
Oh no. You can tell me some. I don't mind.
Well, I have to think of some, that's the thing.
Oh.
Well, there is this old mental hospital in my state called Eloise, and it's haunted. Now, there's people that have gone in there. Well, it was a mental asylum.
Oh.
People that have gone in there, so they heard things, like voices, things like that. I don't know much because I believe doing things like that goes along the lines of disturbing the dead, and that's one thing, in my opinion, you just don't do.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what happened to the building, why it was originally shut. I think it caught on fire or something. I don't exactly remember why.
Understandable. You know, in the town where I live, there was like one place I really thought was haunted. Only one place.
Wow.
You know what's more effed up? It was right next to freaking Priest, like Mill Street, the kindergarten to second grade school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Right next to where the youngest kids are finally starting school, that's where the haunted house was. Well, at least the one I believed was. Because it was just like a real rundown place. Well, I think that house got torn down, and got rebuilt as something new at this point. I don't know because I haven't been over there. But it just looked like shit. I think that place got burned down or something. I don't really know the full story of it, but every time I looked at that house as a kid, it gave me the creeps.
Yeah.
Okay, hell, Kyle, what's taking you so long?
We gotta make sure that there's nothing like this planned next time we do the podcast.
Yeah. Oh man, dumbass. I just sent him a text. He more likely left his phone in his room.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I kind of already told all my stories.
Yeah, me too, and I'm saving the other two for when he gets back.
Yeah.
This is annoying.
Unrelated talk to paranormal activity.
He said we're going to be mad at him. I'm angry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of pissed. Mainly because here's the deal.
He's the one that controlled to end the podcast too, so we can't just.
Yeah, like, well, here's the deal. He's always the one rushing us to join up, but he's the one who's always making us wait.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Well,
I see
not
this
all the
as
time, obviously.
unforeseen circumstances, but out of all the times in the world, it's when we decide to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Literally, on
unrelated
Sunday, I'm gonna be like, do you have anything you have to do before we start this shit? If so, do it now.
Hey, what is gonna be the topic for Sunday anyway?
I'm not sure, we have not discussed that.
Hey, my idea was like TV shows we like. Or hate.
We could do that.
I mean, we did movies last week.
Yeah, true.
Speaking of TV shows, have you seen any of Ruby yet?
I have not.
Oh, that's fine. And like I said, you can take your time. It's been delayed to next year, the new volume.
I don't even know what we're gonna talk about because we're gonna talk about. We can't even really talk about much because we've said everything in the time he's been gone. We didn't think he'd be gone this long.
Well, personally, I've been to his house before, and like his driveway is not far from the front door.
Well, you gotta think they're moving a couch.
That is true. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. I think I know what's taking him so long. Sometimes, like in order to get a furniture inside or outside a room or
they're probably
you
trying
have
to
to
figure out how to get it out of the door.
Tilt it, do things like that. Yeah, that's probably what's taking it so long. And we don't know if it's a sofa bed or whatever. Why did I say sofa bed? I just meant to say sofa.
I'm growing impatient. I can try to think of some more things. I don't know.
What's the worst video game you ever played?
I don't even know. Honestly, now I'm on the spot with that one. I don't even know. Probably, well, currently Modern Warfare, hands down. The worst.
Yeah, I agree. Modern Warfare sucked.
It did. That's why I'm not buying Vanguard, because it's going to be just like Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I have no intention of getting that either.
Man, this is why I told him to just end the podcast. We pick it back up another day. Because I knew this was going to happen.
Oh, hey, actually, I do have one more haunting story.
Okay, tell me.
My PS3 is possessed.
What makes you say that?
Like, no joke. I don't even have my PS3 plugged in anymore because it freaks me out so bad. Like, when I first got the PS3, I'm like, awesome, I finally have a PS3. You know, because I had a PlayStation 1, I had a PlayStation 2, I never had a PlayStation 3, and I had a PlayStation 4.
Uh-huh.
So when I got a PS3, I was hella excited, you know, because I can't really play PS3 games on the PS4. So, like, I don't know, a few nights after I got it, out of nowhere, I wake up because the PS3 turned on by itself. I'm like, the fuck? I turn it off. Then, next thing you know, turns right back on. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Why is it turned on by itself? Because that was starting to freak me out.
So
I decided to unplug it. Yeah, like, no joke. It was turned on by itself. I even like stared that power button right in the eye, making sure nothing was pressing it, and just the light turned on again. I'm like, what the fuck? So I just unplugged that PS3 and I haven't plugged it back in since. I want to play my PS3 games, but not that much.
Maybe you should plug it back in. Maybe you should plug it back in. It shouldn't take too long. 20 minutes later.
Famous last words. Shit, that was dark.
How?
Because I said famous last words.
Yeah, what if the couch crushed his ass? Then we'd be sitting here all night.
Awkward, Chief.
Hey, this is Silk Sonic. Check out our new.
I swear, if he's not back by 8:50, I'm ending the call.
That gives him 9 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm very displeased because this could mess up our viewership here.
Yeah, I don't deny it. I'm trying to think of topics, but
We can't think of anything. He's not. We had a plan for tonight, and it's been fucked.
Yep, it got pegged.
I had a bad feeling about tonight. The minute he said Taco Bell was taking forever to get his order, I'm like, something's gonna happen tonight. Something else. Something else is gonna happen tonight.
What are
I
you gonna do
felt
after the podcast's over?
if Gilbert's still streaming, I will watch his stream. But if he's on Cold War, I will jump on Cold War with him.
Okay.
He's still streaming right now.
What is he streaming?
Outlast, which is really why I want to watch it. Because I love Outlast, and I cannot wait for Charles to come out.
Yeah.
I have jury duty in a fucking week. I don't want to go.
Who would want to go?
Well, the only good thing is I'm getting paid to do it.
Oh. See.
What would he even do if we just leave the call?
He'd be like, I need the fuck. Where'd my friends go? Kind of like how I felt when you guys left me alone at Fortnite. Souls.
No, we told you to get on Cold War.
Yeah, true.
I'm burnt out on Fortnite this season. I won't be playing anymore. I got everything I need to get done.
As soon as I'm done with my battle pass, as soon as I'm done with page 10, I'm gonna be done.
Well, I got everything I needed to get done.
Yeah. Which, the only reason why I say it sucks is because with friends, you level up a lot faster.
Well, if they would make a good functioning game, it wouldn't be like this.
True.
I'm hungry. This motherfucker really gonna have me making food on the podcast while we're doing the podcast because he is taking so damn long. We should have been wrapped up by now.
Seriously, I could have made hash browns.
Literally, I may sound like I'm complaining a lot, but I had plans after this.
Quite understandable. Well, that makes one of us. I usually have no plan. Except YouTube and me time. Well,
I had plans to
right now I'm
make
watching
more.
this series called The Handmaid's Tale.
Okay, what's that about?
Well, it's about this. It's about Earth. Well, it's about this lady who's a handmaid. Obviously, well, obviously, she went through some trippy ass shit. United States is basically gone. Like, it didn't blow up in a war or anything like that. Well, in a way it did, but not with explosives and shit like that. War broke out, and like they referred it back to the old days. Like there's maids.
Yeah.
The master is fucking the maid to impregnate her. And the wife has to watch it and hold the maid's arms as the master is smashing another woman.
That is not
the first
good.
The first time I saw that scene, I'm like, what the fuck? And this girl's been through some shit, by the way. Her husband and her daughter were taken from her. Well, she thought her husband was dead, but later on you find out he's alive. Her daughter was taken from her because they're trying to separate families. Well, here's the moral of the story.
Okay.
birth rate, like giving birth to children, has decreased by a lot by the year 2015 in that story. Like, only 25% left can give birth. So, they basically referred it back to the handsmaid days. So, all the handsmaids are women who could have children.
Okay.
And what's fucked up about it is...
I will leave the call if he's not back soon. I cannot hold up the rest of my night to wait for him to finish moving a couch. I'm sorry. Any of our viewers, I apologize, but I can't simply hold up my night to wait for him to finish moving a couch. I'm sorry. I have a life outside of this. There are other things I need to do. There are things I need to prepare for. Like, I need to do all my running tomorrow, like grocery shopping, all that.
Yeah, it's understandable.
He has 2 minutes since you said that.
For me, it's 1 minute.
It's 11:40.
Oh, wait, it's 2 minutes, 2 minutes. I'm an idiot. I thought I saw 9, but it turned out to be 8. My eye was blurry for a second.
You know what? We should give him till the turn of the hour, actually. You think we should give him to the turn of the hour?
Up to you.
Give him till... Well, we can't just sit here and have our viewers listen to Josh ramble. You know what? Fuck it. I'll tell my other 2 stories.
Okay, yeah, just tell him.
Yeah, because I don't know how long he's gonna... If he comes back, I will retell them, but...
Yeah.
Okay, there is this... Have you ever heard of thump drag?
Heard of what?
Thump drag.
No.
So I don't remember the details much. My dad used to tell it to me all the time because I used to go to this camp. And the legend of the camp was thump drag. Now, he was a guy who worked at the camp and something happened and these kids wanted to fuck with him. He was working with like acid or something, and they did something and the acid spilled on him, and half of his body got melted. And he decided he was going to take revenge. Anytime he would walk, he would hear a thump, drag, because the thump of the foot, and then it would drag because his body was melted. He murdered all the kids.
Oh, wow.
And my dad told me to that day he still went around murdering kids.
Shit.
Actually, I don't know if they were just fucking with my dad, or if someone told them they seen him. Well, my dad said he thought he seen him. I'll have to ask him again, but the other story, I gotta remember now, because it had slipped my mind. Fuck. What was it? Shit, I can't remember now. Literally, for the life of me, cannot remember. It was, what were we talking about when I came up with it? Do you remember what we were talking about? I think you were telling a story, one of yours.
I forgot which story. Crap. You know me, my
Well,
brain, I
this
just
is
suck.
embarrassing. Oh, yes.
Oh,
So,
thank goodness.
the house I live in, I haven't heard it myself, but 30 years ago, an old lady used to live upstairs. She died. The previous owners of the house said that late at night sometimes, she spent all of her time in a rocking chair making knickknacks for her family. She died in the rocking chair. At night, sometimes you can still hear the sound of the rocking chair going back and forth.
Wow.
Up there. You know what my dad tells me?
What?
He's seen the lady.
Oh shit.
He's seen her up there.
Trippy.
I don't know. He said she was just standing in the hallway. Something like that. Seen her out of the corner of his eye. And just as fast as he's seen her, she's gone.
Did you see what I put on the
I
the
heard
text?
my phone go off. I didn't know I didn't know if it was you or YouTube though.
It was me.
I'm gonna put we will leave if you want back in 8 minutes.
7. This time I'm telling the truth. Say 53. There we go.
Yeah, I know. I watched it soon.
Why, oh why? Where art thou, Kyle?
I'm serious. I will leave. I'm not staying up till I got shit I gotta do tomorrow.
Yeah, I got some Fortnite to play.
No. I have
Well,
actual adult shit to do tomorrow. Sorry.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying this season's gonna end in 2 weeks, and I'm trying to get the page 10 done.
The season ends in 10 days. No, 9 days. 9 days. Ends on the 10th. That's the last day.
I thought it was 12th.
Nope, 10th. The new
Oh,
season starts on the 11th.
what?
Yeah.
Because, like, literally, when I was on Fortnite, it says get this through September
Yeah,
12th.
get this through September 11th, but the season ends on the 10th.
Oh crud. Okay, Kyle. I hope you watch this later on because you owe me a good couple of hours of Fortnite because of this.
No, I expect him to come back, see that we're gone, and then just not know what they're new.
Yeah, he's taking way too damn long.
How long ago did he leave?
A good half an hour.
Yeah, it's been about half an hour, yeah.
He has a lot of editing to do for YouTube.
This is why I said we should just end the podcast and pick it up. We can always make part 2s of things. We can't
True.
just leave things like this.
You know what? I'm down to bounce now. You?
I'll give him 5 more minutes.
Okay. I'll wait 5 more minutes.
We already said when we were gonna leave. If he's give him 5 minutes, because
True.
without luck we'll leave and then he'll come back. So give him to the turn of the hour.
Okay. Hurry up, Kyle. The spell will break in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we now literally have nothing else to say on this. All the
I
stuff
feel bad, everyone. I'm sorry. I just have no more stories right now.
Me either, and I feel bad for our viewers because this should not happen. If we're doing a podcast, we should have things lined up to where things like this do not happen.
Note to self.
That is all responsibility
Use
as
the
having
notebook.
that is all responsibility having a podcast. We should make sure our schedules are clear for the said podcast. That, in my opinion, is our responsibility.
Yeah.
Sure, things come up, like this, but we need to do our best to avoid things like that.
Yep.
Like this reminds me of Distractable when Bob and Wade and Mark were doing it, and Bob was telling them the story about his fridge guys, and they said he thought he had time to do the podcast, and because they said they wouldn't be there for like a couple more hours. Okay, cool. I got time to do Distractable. In the middle of him telling his story, oh, I gotta go. They're actually here right now. What?
Oh,
They said it wouldn't be for a few hours. Yeah, I know. I'm pissed. So I'll see you guys. Just leave.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
You're lucky. We were about to leave. You're
I
lucky.
was about to click and call.
I told him, let's give him till the end of the hour. If he's not back, we're leaving.
I was ready to leave 7 minutes ago.
Bro, this is gonna be the final story of the night.
Well, let me tell you my two, because I told Jason I'd retell them when you came back.
So, what exactly were you two talking about while I was gone?
Just random stuff, and then I'm gonna tell you my two stories. So, in this house, there was an old lady that used to live here about 30 years ago.
Yep.
And she spent all of her time in a rocking chair making knickknacks for her family. I believe I told you about this.
No, you have not.
Oh, well, good. She died in that rocking chair that she always sat in. I haven't heard it myself, but I was told that sometimes late at night you can still hear the rocking chair going back and forth. And a couple months ago, my dad seen her. Standing in the hallway, out of the corner of his eye. And as quick as he seen her, she was gone.
Wow.
Now, the second one. There is a urban legend here called Thump Drag. Do you know who that is?
What's it called again?
Thump Drag. Have you ever heard of it? Like, you probably haven't, but who knows?
I don't even know if I could pronounce it because it's not really coming in clear through my ears right now.
Thump Drag.
No, okay.
Okay, so my dad used to go to this camp every summer. That was a legend at the camp. Now, I ask you if you heard of it because who the fuck knows? I don't know who went to that camp. They could have maybe moved to California. You could be related to them. I don't fucking know. You know, things like that happen. The world is weird like that. Anyway, the story goes, I don't really remember the full details of the story. I'll ask my dad, and then the next time we do this, I'll brush back up on it.
Okay.
So the gist is, there was a guy that worked at the camp. I don't remember what he did, but he was messing with chemicals. And some kids wanted to fuck with him. Long story short, they made him spill the chemicals on himself. Half of his body melted because it was acid.
This sounds like a version of the old Krubsy, like campfire story.
Now, he wanted to take revenge. Whenever he would walk, you would hear thump, drag, thump, drag. Because he couldn't move his foot properly because it was melted. He would hear the thump of the first foot and then the drag of the second. He murdered all of the kids. He got them back, but he wasn't satisfied. He wanted to murder any other kid that came back to that camp. Now, I don't know if somebody was fucking with my dad. I don't know if it was one of my brothers that my dad's brothers that were fucking with him, but apparently they seen him. When they seen him, they got the fuck out of there.
So this guy, after taking revenge, was like, "Man, this killing stuff's actually kind of fun. Bring on the others. I'll fucking kill anyone who comes."
He just didn't want anyone back at the fucking camp.
Yeah. Now, for my final story, I want to tell you where the fuck I went.
Okay, this is the final story of the night.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do a part 2 because I didn't even get to do what I pulled up a whole ass list.
Part 2 next week. We'll do part 2 next week.
Yeah, because I pulled up a whole ass list of the 7 most ridiculous ghost stories ever said, and you know,
we didn't get to. Okay, we'll do a part 2.
I've been royally fucking inconvenienced. So Remember when I said I had to go move a chair?
Yeah.
That
Like
was it.
I was telling Jason, these things happen, but as podcast hosts, we need to do our best to make sure things like this don't happen.
Well, it was just sprung. Dude, do you know how often my dad is here? He works freelance and basically
Yes.
he's a handyman.
Yeah, and
So,
yeah, you described.
yeah, so here's the thing. When I said that I had to move a chair that was in the
It,
backyard.
oh god, oh god. Now I'm thinking it's a humongous fucking
Oh.
chair.
So, I go outside thinking that there's something that he wants me to help him load into a truck for him to take over to our friend Derek or somewhere. I go out in the backyard. There's nothing there. I go out into the alley where the truck is. There's nothing there. I'm like, oh, we're picking it up and bringing it back, aren't we? So I'm like, oh, they're going to be pissed, but I can't back out now. So I get in the
You could
truck.
have just ran back in the house and said, "Hey, we're gonna end the podcast a little bit short."
I would, but my dad only had a small time to pick up the chair. Right?
Oh.
So we're driving, and he said, and he put in his GPS. He was like, okay, how long is this going to be? And he said, okay, it's 10 minutes away. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, about 10-minute drive, but they ain't seen me drive, and I'm like, oh god.
Oh god.
For those who don't know, my dad likes to gun it when the road is empty and he knows he can get away with it.
That's
So
most people.
yeah, but you forget he's redneck.
Oh god. This man is Dukes of Hazzarding down the street.
So I'm like, so I reach over to pull the belt
I'm
over.
putting my fucking seatbelt on.
I go to put the seatbelt on,
And
and
the off-road harness.
I pull it most of the way across me. Then I hear the belt won't go any further. And I'm like, oh no, I know how he drives. Please, God. I'm
You're like,
freaking,
oh dear god, I'm in trouble.
I'm yanking, and I'm like, this belt isn't going to go across my fat ass. So here's what I do. I pull it as far as I can, and I just hold my hand over the buckle to keep it in place. And with my other hand, I grip the freaking, the grip that's on the door, right?
That must be so uncomfortable.
It is, but for safety reasons and for self-preservation, I had to. Also, I am eat. I have coffee, ice cream. Don't judge me. Uh, so,
I'm seriously judging you.
so we're driving out, and he's like, "Man, I hope we could get it in, man." And we're driving this big red pickup truck that our friend Derek has. I'm like, "Oh, okay. If you're worried about that fitting back there, this has to be the biggest damn chair that I've ever seen." And then we pull up. Now, there's one thing I have to say. My dad speaks in a very deep, whispery voice. This is the outcome of smoking substances. And he basically talks like this. And apparently,
I've heard your dad speak.
yeah.
I know this.
So we
Same.
pull up. There is no chair to be seen. The only chairs that I see are from the good old boys sitting in the driveway. And I'm just like, I don't see a fucking chair anywhere. And then my dad gets out and he's like, hey, I'm here for the cherry picker. I'm like, I'm sorry, the fuck did you just say?
What? No, that's
What?
not. No.
So when he came in, so I had my earmuffs on, so it was even because I'm listening because we're doing the podcast. I didn't hear him correctly. He didn't say chair. He said chair repicker. And his voice went into whisper mode around the e-picker part. So I'm like, we have to haul in a 7-ton cherry picker into the back of this red pickup truck. Luckily, with the help of apparently he saw a Craigslist ad for this, and he's going to be taking it down 2 towns over to a friend of his who needs it, and he's getting paid for giving it to him. Now we get in the back of the truck after moving a bunch of the stuff in the back of the truck so that there's enough room for it to go, in. And we load it in. We get in the car. We start driving back. I was like, okay, if we get back in the next maybe 2 minutes, we might be able to salvage this. And first off, this place, like the house that this Craigslist ad was posted from, it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like there is construction equipment everywhere. There's a freaking trench digger. There's a freaking bulldozer, and I'm just like, where the hell are you taking me? Yeah, so we load the Jeep.
You're getting whacked.
Yeah, this is where we're burying you, underneath the foundation of whatever the fuck's going here. Anyway, so we drive on back, and I'm like, okay, 2 minutes, we can salvage this. We're driving back, and it's not until I see the McDonald's and the King egg roll sign that I'm like, yay, familiar shit. And I'm like, okay, I know this area. We're by Rite Aid. That means we are about a minute out from home. We start driving past Bidwell Park, and my dad's like, hey, you ever had homemade ice cream before? I'm like, no, I don't think I have. Now, knowing my dad, I thought he was going to try and make homemade ice cream because he likes to make sweets.
He likes to make things.
Yeah, he likes to make sweets.
He makes you milkshakes all the time.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, I haven't tried a homemade ice cream before. Okay. So you haven't, huh? No. And then we just keep driving. Then next thing I know, instead of going straight, he turns left and starts heading back to Bidwell. And I'm like, where are you taking me now? This is why I have coffee ice cream right here. So there's this little Jason. You know where Baskin Robbins and GameStop used to be? Well, where the Baskin Robbins used to be, they replaced it with a new ice cream place, a family-owned ice cream place. Got some coffee ice cream. I'm like, okay, we got your ice cream. Take me the fuck home, please.
What was going through your mind? Did you think we had left the call? Did you think we left the call by now?
The thought has entered my mind, yes. I was like,
in your mind, you're like, oh, fuck. Jason and Warchief are more likely gone by now. Basically saying, fuck you, Kyle, before ending the call.
I was in there like, bro, this podcast was going so well, and then this had to happen.
Imagine the editing you would have had to do for this podcast. Imagine the editing you still probably have to do for this podcast.
Yeah, because the stories only last the first 10 minutes.
Like I just imagine, it just goes from me leaving, and then it's like 5 minutes later, and freaking you're just still talking. 5 minutes later, where the fuck is he? 10 minutes later, that's it. I'm out of here. 20 minutes later. Okay, I'm back. Hello? Oh god. But yeah, that was just an unexpected mishap. I don't know. Maybe
this is going to hurt our viewership.
Maybe this is like first of the month kind of problems. Maybe we should do that. Maybe if our scheduled date lands on the
first of the month, we do it the next day.
Either the next day or we hold it off for the following week. That way we still have the schedule made up,
Okay. Alright, is that everything?
Idea.
Yeah, that is everything. I am so sorry.
I apologize for this fucker.
I'm sorry that our friend's an idiot. Anyway.
No. I'm sorry that my dad.
I'm sorry you're fucking deaf.
Let me finish. No, see, I'm sorry that my uncle wasn't here to do the damn job with him because this fucker went off somewhere. I'd still be here doing this if he was here. But he's not. I don't know. Anyway, so thank you for joining us, and thank you for indulging in this absolute dumpster fire of a week. This
Hey,
will
wait.
not. We will guarantee that this never happens again. I will make that promise.
Yeah, for sure. Kyle?
Yeah.
There's something I really need to tell you.
What? This fucker did not. He did.
It would have been funny if you didn't come back.
This boy asking for a backhand. What memes did you paste on Discord? And he went again. There he goes. Bye. He left again. That's great. Oh God. Bro, what did y'all post while I was gone on?
Oh, nothing. I just posted the front of this book because I was telling him one of the folklore stories.
Weird Michigan. Ah.
Yeah, I was telling him how my friend had it in elementary, and the first picture when you open the book is a ghost lady.
Oh.
And I was asking my uncle about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that lady runs people off the road."
What?
She got ran off the road and died. And so now her ghost runs people off that same road.
She was run off the road in life. Now her spirit is cursed with never-ending road rage.
Alright, are we ending this thing before he comes back?
I don't even know if he is coming.
He's not.
Okay, well, anyway. Okay, thank you all for joining this. This is probably our messiest podcast, the messiest we're ever gonna have. So, this is just first of the month problems. This is.
I talked him into staying another 10 minutes. You better fucking thank me.
Yeah. So, yeah, this was. I'm probably not even gonna edit any of this. This is golden, freaking, chaos. So.
Okay.
Anyway. So anyway, thanks for joining us. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for stopping by. If you're still with us, I'm sorry. And this will never happen again. Did my music stop too? Was I go? Oh, video paused. Oh. Anyway, I need to finish this now. So yeah. If you want links to our channels, it's down in the description below. And yeah.
Goodbye.
Join us this Sunday for our secondary podcast, Slice of Life, and
this will definitely not happen.
This will definitely not happen again. And yeah, see you guys next time.